When will people learn? Seriously. When will they learn? The same people who talk about we should be the ones who govern over the government. Well, practice before you preach. I just found out a couple hours ago that CRS Firearms has been arrested by the U.S. Marshals. And by the way, I'm not laughing about the fact that CRS has been arrested by the U.S. Marshals. I laugh at the stupidity, the peaceful bullcrap talk that him and the other so-called patriots talk about all the time. They keep on saying, we have to exhaust every peaceful option. Well, guess what? You keep on being peaceful. Every time the U.S. government fires their first shot, you keep on being peaceful. That's like you telling the bully to stop hitting you when you know damn well that the bully's going to hit you anyways. That's like a cop or a woman going around signing restraining orders and they think it's going to stop someone. Especially a cop who says, well, I don't like to be filmed out when I'm doing my duties and all that, but the fact is, people have the right to film in public. I mean, seriously, do people actually really think that a piece of paper like a restraining order is going to stop people, from doing anything illegal? Like I said, I'm not laughing about the fact that CRS Firearms was arrested. I laugh about the fact that he chose to be a bootlegger. It's a simple fact. I mean, you don't have to like what I have to say. I don't give a damn. Quite honestly, this whole politics bullshit, I'm freaking done with it. Seriously. Some of y'all will learn. And quite honestly, I'm getting so sick and tired of the fake triots talking smack. Oh, we're going to do this. Well, quit talking about it. Do something about it. You're the ones saying the same worn out quotes. Oh, well, tyranny becomes law, rebellion becomes duty. When a law is unjust, a man has not only right to disobey it, he's also obligated to do so. Then you also say, the tree of liberty must be refreshed from time to time with the blood of patriots and tyrants. Well, guess what? The blood of patriots is refreshing the tree of liberty mainly, not right now. And of course, the government gets away with it. And yeah, the Supreme Court is hearing these Second Amendment cases, but they compromise on your rights. My gosh, when will you people learn? When will you learn that power does what it wants? And see, this is the big thing right here. Like I said in my previous video, people don't listen to other ideas. Listen to ideas that makes them think outside the box, makes them think harder. But of course, you don't want to overload their brains. But instead, they rather be in their safe space. They rather listen to other people's opinions that they like, that fits their narrative. Well, guess what? Now you're starting to see that the feds don't care what you have to say. They don't care. And there's people out there saying, oh, well, the police are here to protect and serve. No, more like suppress and control the public. In 2005, the Supreme Court ruled that the cops are not constitutionally bound to protect you. But of course, there's some people who keep on saying, to protect and serve, that's what they're all about. No. You think the politicians, the cops, the freaking U.S. military, the feds listen to you? You keep on begging for your rights? Tell them to stop violating your rights. Every time you contact them, oh, we got to write to our representatives. We got to contact our representatives and senators and the ATF. Yeah, see how that's working out for you. You keep on writing to them about, stop going after rare breed triggers and Polymer 80 and Hawk Innovative Tech and all that kind of crap. And all the while you get all these wannabe Rambos talking about Civil War, guys like Raging Rob and Zombie Farmer, whoever else. They think they can take on the whole U.S. military. Well, guess what? Lead on. Y'all don't understand. You just don't understand. You really don't. And there's a bunch of patriots, a bunch of fake patriots, plastic and paper fake patriots, who call for a civil war, seek out war, but really they're not ready for it. Probably physically or mentally. Are you ready to see the bad stuff that goes on in war? Never experienced war? Can't say much about it. But I know war, it ain't pretty. It ain't pretty. There are some people who are addicted to drugs. What happens if a civil war starts and you have no means to get your daily fix? What happens if you have no way to get your prescription medicine for your asthma, COPD, diabetes, you name it? What happens then? Then you become hungry and you can't get out there to hunt, maybe because you don't like firearms, or you do like firearms, but you don't have the appropriate firearm to go out there and hunt. You just have the firearm to protect yourself or overthrow a tyrannical government, as some people go around and say. But really, y'all ain't trying to overthrow the tyrannical government. You ain't. No sirree, Bob. Well, guess what? What happens if the feds try to confiscate something that you have, like rare breed triggers products? What about an auto key card? What about 80% lowers, whatever it is? Components to build your firearms and all that? Or just confiscate your firearms? And guess who's going to help them? The cops. Guess who's going to help the alphabet boys? The cops. And by some miracle, you get out of there. By some miracle, you made it out. Well, guess what? What happens if you have a firearm that you protect yourself with, but you don't have a firearm to go out there and hunt? What happens if you don't have the ammunition to protect yourself with, or to go out there and hunt? These gun confiscation raids, they're sudden. They happen quickly. Before you even know what hit you. Before you even realize what hit you. So you got to think about these things. Then you have to deal with the possibility of you being hungry. See, a lot of people believes that if the feds and the cops, whoever else, or some people who believe that, oh, there's those cops, they're going to be on our side, but they believe that gun confiscation raids, if they go forward with it, the order comes down from the top. They believe that the gun confiscation raids is going to start a civil war. There's going to be people who's going to submit to the government's will. And, some people keep on saying, well, Red, you just divide others, you chastise people, maybe because you're a bunch of cuckolds. You like to be controlled. You're conditioned to be controlled. Simple. You say we got to be peaceful. What happens if a criminal comes barging in your house, your apartment? trying to rape you, your wife, your girlfriend, threatens your life, tries to steal your money, what happens then? And based on the responses I'm getting from the patriots, well, we gotta be peaceful. You ain't gonna do shit. And the cops are what? Realistically speaking, 2 minutes, maybe 30 minutes away from your house or your apartment, depending on where you live. What happens then? In a situation where seconds counts, what happens then? And there's people saying, well, you're stupid if you're going to do that to the criminal or whoever else, or the government when they try to confiscate your guns. Why is that stupid? Huh? I'm going to defend myself. That's exactly what I'm going to do. Y'all are just too submissive. You seem perfectly content on the powers that be violating your rights because they create and pass unconstitutional laws. And that's when you start to worry because it affects you. While you could care less about other people's rights. See, this nation is full of cuckolds, patriots, and fuds, and cowards. Simple as that. You all can sit there and say, oh, this Red Reaper guy, he runs his mouth too much. Yeah. You're the ones running your mouths too, you fake patriots. Simple. Running your damn mouths, acting like you're going to do something. How do you think you're just going to repeal the NFA, the ATF, by words, by mere words? You have a lot to learn, bub. No, sirree, Bob.